Hello and welcome to NIMASA This Week, the voice of maritime, and is brought to you by the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, the nation's apex regulator and promoter of shipping activities in Nigeria. My name is Ubong Isian, and it's my pleasure to be your guide on this voyage.
You are watching NIMASA This Week.
NIMASA This Week.
NIMASA This Week.
The voice of maritime.
The voice of maritime.
The voice of maritime.
The voice of maritime in Nigeria.
I'll encourage you to watch NIMASA This Week.
NIMASA This Week. The voice of maritime, showing on these stations.
If 90% of the world's food, fuel, raw materials, and manufactured goods are delivered by sea, it means that nearly all the things sold worldwide that you and I consume are transported through ships. What does that mean? It means that we must have skillful seafarers, competent men and women to man those ships that continually and endlessly crisscross all of the sea lanes across the entire world. It means that seafarers rule the world. They indirectly control our collective existence. And one of NIMASA's core functions is the administration, regulation, and certification of those seafarers within Nigeria's maritime jurisdiction. On today's program, we begin as always with the DG's diary, showcasing some of the working activities of Dr. Bashir Jamo. And of course, we have a special for you, the 5th plenary of the Shared Gulf of Guinea. Yes, the Shared Awareness and Deconfliction event held in person in Abuja for the Gulf of Guinea region. This program has been very instrumental in ensuring collaboration, communication, and cooperation, leading to the reduction of piracy in the Gulf of Guinea. And of course, our other regulars. So if you're ready, it's anchors away.
Introducing the NIMASA Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and NIMASA will respond.
To build on the previous 4 meetings that have been held in its bid to checkmate the menace of piracy and protect the lives of seafarers and shipping, The 5th plenary session of the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Collaboration Forum, Shared Awareness and Deconfliction, GOGMCF Shade, took place at the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja on the 10th and 11th of May 2022. The forum aims to produce meaningful actions and measures to translate to significant increase in the cooperation at sea between regional and international navies, the international shipping industry, and maritime stakeholders in the Gulf of Guinea. The GOGMCF Shade was established by Nigeria and 22 countries of the ICC on the 26th of April 2021 to implement more effective operational counter-piracy cooperation between navies, both regional and international, as well as the shipping industry and reporting centers of the Yaoundé Code of Conduct, MDAT, GOG, and the IMB. The theme of the 5th plenary was Enduring and Sustainable Security and was facilitated by Mr. Sam Megwa, former Program Director, All Companies International Maritime Forum, OCIMF. At the opening ceremony on Tuesday, 10th of May, the two co-chairs of the GOGMCF Shade, Rear Admiral Solomon Agada and Captain Bell Bell, jointly delivered a welcome address. Speaking for the co-chairs, Rear Admiral Agada reiterated to the delegates the vision and mission of the GOGMCF Shade and admonished them to remain steadfast in their commitment to collaboration and cooperation that would deliver the vision.
Our vision is to have a Gulf of Guinea maritime environment free from incidents of piracy and armed robbery at sea, while the mission is to strengthen national, regional, and international naval cooperation to combat piracy and armed robbery in the Gulf of Guinea. Today's sessions have been crafted to provide us with the substance for the discussion on our way ahead as we look to build upon the progress that have been achieved. But it is only the beginning of the journey for this forum. This is because collaboration and cooperation require the application of commitment that will take time to truly deliver. We must remain steadfast in our commitment.
The Executive Director of the Interregional Coordination Center, ICC, of the Yaoundé Code of Conduct, Rear Admiral Narcisio Fastudio Jr., gave his remarks afterwards and appreciated the efforts made in maritime governance while acknowledging that the Shade GOG model has demonstrated the ability to address the issues in the region. He further noted that collaboration between the ICC and NIMASA was necessary to give impetus to the fight against maritime crimes in the region.
As maritime security stakeholders in the Gulf of Guinea, we all must appreciate the efforts and magnificent works that have been done so far in maritime governance since the signing of the Yaoundé Code of Conduct in 2013. The progressive operationalization of the Yaoundé architecture further attests to the meaningful efforts being made by member states, maritime law enforcement agencies, and extra-regional partners. Our collective efforts, our actions, activities, and initiatives, amongst others, have no doubt started yielding tangible benefits, as evident in the significant drop in piracy incidents in the region. I congratulate us all.
In his welcome address, the Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo, reiterated the recent decline of piracy in the Gulf of Guinea as reported by the International Maritime Bureau.
You will agree with me that the partnership between the ICC and Nigeria has delivered quickly thanks to the support of the international community. Permit me to specifically thank the audiences at all past shared plenaries and the working group members who have shown unprecedented engagement, which its objective and commitment yielded this result. I congratulate you on your significant achievement so far The 30 working groups and 4 virtual plenary meetings have been the real drivers of this change.
The NIMASA boss noted that focus should still be placed on future deliberations, as more is yet to be done to ensure the continued safety of vessels and individuals in the Gulf of Guinea to sustain the current momentum.
We are more hopeful today than we were back then, though I must offer some warning that more is yet to be done.
The DG expressed the need to achieve a solid security status in the region and to also rally all the states in the region to believe in the Shade GOG initiative and what it represents for the collective progress of the various nations. In his keynote speech, the Chief of Naval Staff of Nigeria, Vice Admiral Azeb Gambo, who was represented by Rear Admiral Suleiman Seidu Gaba, welcomed the delegates and participants from across the globe. He also reminded the delegates that the concept of the GOG MCF Shade was to ensure an effective collaborative framework towards improving maritime security within the region.
The Gulf of Guinea Shade offers a veritable platform for Gulf of Guinea nations and other nations to congregate and cooperate to address the piracy challenge facing the region.
The Chief of Naval Staff expressed optimism that the discussions and suggestions that would emanate from the forum would be apt in tackling emerging maritime security challenges, integrating maritime domain awareness capabilities, and legal imperatives of transfer agreements towards improved maritime governance in the region. The Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, Mr. Kitek Lim, who was represented by Mr. Ki Joseon, commended the decline in piracy in the Gulf of Guinea. Mr. Lim noted that security in the region cannot be addressed solely by addressing the symptoms, and went on to call upon the forum to also address the causes of piracy and to integrate with relevant communities and organizations to determine how to provide sustainable solutions to the issue.
I'm encouraged by the progress of this forum in facilitating shared awareness and the de-confliction of activities in the region by linking all relevant stakeholders to advance and to coordinate maritime security activity. Securing the safety and security of the Gulf of Guinea cannot be achieved by solely addressing the symptoms. I call upon this forum to also address the causes of piracy and to integrate with the maritime communities and the civil society organizations to determine how to provide sustainable solutions to this issue.
Also present were the UK Transport Minister, who joined virtually, and the Secretary General of MOCA.
The UK continues to contribute actively to regional-led initiatives. We will continue to be a partner which provides capacity building, consolidates continuous progress in the fight against piracy and other maritime crime in the Gulf of Guinea.
But we are making significant progress thanks to the efforts of the Gulf of Guinea states and our international partners, as the latest IMB data indicate. I welcome this progress, but our work is not yet done, as piracy remains a great risk and we need to consolidate on these gains.
After the opening program, there were 3 panel sessions. The first was the regional panel with the topic, Sustainability of Counter-Piracy Security Architecture in the Gulf of Guinea. The second was the international panel titled, How Best to Deliver Regional Support. The third was the Maritime Centers panel titled, Collective Working. The panel sessions were then concluded with a summary by one of the co-chairs of the Shade GOG, Rear Admiral Solomon Agada and Captain Emmanuel Belbel. The first day of the forum concluded with a dinner and award program which was moderated and anchored by Eugenia Abu, a veteran broadcaster, multimedia strategy expert and writer. Dr. Bashiru Jamo gave his welcome address at the start of the event, which was followed by goodwill messages led by the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Transportation, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, who represented the Honorable Minister of Transportation.
On behalf of the Minister of Transportation and the Minister of State's Transportation, appreciates all the participants at this meeting of the Gulf of Guinea Collaboration and Shade meeting. We want to tell you that we appreciate what you're doing with us as a country, as a ministry, through the agency of NIMASA. We all know what is happening on the Gulf of Guinea. At least the first quarter of this year did not record any form of piracy. And I think it's a plus coming from where we were at about the same time last year. This could only have happened with your collaboration, and we so appreciate it.
Each and everyone here left his important assignment to come to Nigeria and sit down and listen to how we are going to sustain the maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea. Most of the people here, they are not from the region, but they decided to spare their time and come to have 1 or 2 words that can add value here. So we sincerely thank you and appreciate you.
Mr. Simon Church spoke on the works of the Shade GOG to give a background of what the Shade GOG is and its activities so far.
That in the last 8 months, the leadership of this forum by Nigeria and the ICC and the people that work in this very small forum has developed and strengthened to such a point that we are here today. And I can only commend the efforts that have been undertaken, and I think we are at the beginning of something that will ensure that the safety of those seafarers will be safeguarded, and they will always be thankful for the work that you've done for them.
Other delegates that gave goodwill messages include the President of the Ship Owners Association of Nigeria, the ambassadors of Turkey, Japan, South Korea, Cote d'Ivoire, Philippines, and the representative of the Secretary General of the IMO. Amongst those who were recognized and honored for their partnering contributions to the establishment of the Collaboration Forum include the Minister of Transportation of Nigeria, Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, the Minister of State for Transportation of Nigeria, Senator Gbemisola Saraki, the Director General of NIMASA, Dr. Bashiru Jamo, the co-chairs of the Shade GOG, Rear Admiral Solomon Agada, Dr. Narcisio Fastudo Jr., Captain Emmanuel Belbel, Simon Church, the Special Advisor to the chairs of the GOG MCF Shade, Russell Pegg from the All Companies International Maritime Forum, former Program Director of OCIMF, Mr. Sam Megwa, and others. The rest of the dinner night consisted of fine dining, cutting of the cake to commemorate the first year of the Shade, hearty conversations, and a vote of thanks by the Executive Director of Finance and Administration of the NIMASA, Honorable Chidi Ofodeli, to conclude the evening.
On behalf of the 16 countries that constitute the Gulf of Guinea, from Guinea to Angola and the rest of you, thank you very much for coming.
The second day of the forum began with the opening remarks from the co-chairs of the Shade GOG, Rear Admiral Agada and Captain Emmanuel Belbel. This was followed by a series of sessions where some of the delegates spoke on different topics. The first session on piracy threat assessment was addressed by Commander Yusuf Shehu from the C4I Center, Nigeria. Afterwards, Lieutenant Commander Charles Dakwa of Ghana Navy spoke on the operational view of the regional navy. Captain Giuseppe Radicio of the Italian Navy then spoke on an operational view of the International Navy. Mr. Evan Kurtz from the Marshall Islands, who addressed the delegates virtually during the fourth session, spoke on operational requirements of a flag state. He was followed by Mr. John Storpet of the International Chamber of Shipping, who spoke on the industry threat versus risks. The co-chairs of the Shade GOG then moderated a question and answer session, after which the Shade GOG working group chairs gave their reports and presentations. This was followed by a Shade stakeholders discussion and the distribution of the adoption of recommendations and actions communique by the co-chairs, who then concluded the sessions for the day with closing remarks. With a series of thematic panel sessions, presentations by various interest groups, as well as the status report on the 3 GOG MCF Shade working groups and extensive discussions on core areas of concern, the forum acknowledged the significant but cautious improvements in maritime security in the GOG region, the need for continued collaboration among the GOG states, regional navies, industry, and other international stakeholders, and also came up with a number of recommendations. The DG of NIMASA, as well as other maritime stakeholders at the forum, emphasized on effective cooperation, coordination, collaboration, and communication to strengthen the SHADE initiative. While the DG expressed joy for hosting the event in Nigeria, he pledged Nigeria and NIMASA's readiness to continue to provide all necessary support in collaboration with the ICC and all partners and stakeholders to ensure the progress and continued success of the SHADE initiative.
We must be able to understand our own limitations and how we can be able to coordinate, cooperate, communicate, as well as understanding the boundaries in way and manner that we may not have conflicts. Now, in so doing, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency takes care of their responsibility in the way of policy formulations, as well as logistic supports whenever there is need. We work hand in hand with the Nigerian Navy. Definitely, Nigeria doesn't have Coast Guard. So since we don't have Coast Guard, we are not armed carrying body. The Nigerian Navy, they are the one that carry arms and ensure the effective operation of the kind of security architecture. So in so doing, from time to time, Nigeria will look at the International Maritime Organizations Convention as it relates to UNCLOS, SOLAS, as well as our own local laws that has to do with SPOMO Act, that's the separations of piracy and other maritime related offenses, and on the way and manner we can implement all those rules and legal framework. So by virtue of our own position as a maritime administration, so in terms of commercial shipping, we must ensure that all issues relating to policies, legal framework, international maritime organizations, conventions, regulations, and other things, the agency is responsible of implementing those things. So we have to interface with the Navy in terms of operations to ensure seamless operations when it comes to the issue of maritime security.
Our world-class Maritime Experience Center is now live, announcing Maritime Stakeholders Experience Contact Center, MSECC, where you'll get simple, fast, and tailored solutions to all your maritime challenges on maritime safety, maritime labor, marine pollution, search and rescue, cabotage issues, ship registration, training and certification, and any other maritime-related issues. Contact us via the following channels: 23401-630-9590. Email us at contactcenter@nimasa.gov.ng, info@nimasa.gov.ng. Chat with us www.nimasa.gov.ng and on Facebook at NIMASA Official. Let's resolve all your maritime related issues.
Welcome back. It's still NIMASA This Week, the voice of maritime. We go straight to the world of social media to find out what conversations are going on in the Nigerian maritime industry. So let's continue the conversation with the DG of NIMASA on all of the social media handles as displayed on your screen, as well as at NIMASA Official. However, when it comes to doing business within the Nigerian maritime ecosystem, it's important to always remember that because maritime is heavily regulated, there are strict rules and regulations for all players and intending participants. All you simply need to do is go first to the NIMASA official website. As we always say, make that website your first port of call. The details that you require are found on that site. Those details will guide you and ensure that you remain on the straight and narrow and never run foul of the rules and regulations. Thank you for watching today's episode of NIMASA This Week, the voice of maritime. And we hope that you found the program useful and insightful. When all seems to be against you, do remember that a ship has to sometimes sail against the current and not always with it. My name is Ubonge Sen. Till I see you next time, stay on course. Bye-bye.